こんにちは。Ditie アブドーライと申します。アフリカの西にあるマリ共和国という国から来ました。2001年に APU に入学して、2005年に卒業をした後に、日産自動車に入社しました。今も、日産自動車で、生産管理の仕事をさせていただいております。毎回 APU に来るたび、自分のふるさとに戻ってくるような感じなので、いつもワクワクしながら、来ています。My first discovery of Japan was during my high school. I discovered that Japan was the second largest economy in the world, and I was very amazed. And then when I started looking around me, I found out that almost all the electronic goods or the cars, the bikes are from Japan. So from that time, I started loving the country, and I really wanted to come to Japan for the studies. All the single moments that I passed in APU, I enjoyed them. The study of Japanese was very tough, very, very tough. But when I was able to communicate in Japanese, it was a joy for me. Most of us, international students, we all face one dilemma at a stage of our studies at APU. Am I going to go back to my country, or should I work in Japan? In my case, I thought that the most practical way of learning about the Japanese business manner, it is to do it inside the company. Then I started the job hunting. It was tough. You fail a lot. I think I've done more than 100 entries. And finally, I got around 3 companies that accept to hire me. And in my understanding, the most important thing that those companies will require from us as international students is to know what we are going to do for them. In the beginning, I was dispatched as SCM planning department of Nissan at the headquarters. So at that time, our job was to build some logistics centers. Most of our car parts were purchased inside Japan from Japan suppliers. But the company changed of strategy and decided to purchase the part from all over the world. So in order to bring those parts to different plants with the cheapest logistic cost, we decided to create some logistic centers in many countries. Then after that, I moved to the plant. I've been sent to the plant which make the famous Nissan Leaf. It's our electric car. So I was sent there as a production planning team member. Then after that, we have been sent to India as an expat. So Renault and Nissan created one plant together. It was a new plant, and I was sent there to support the launch of that plant. During those 2 years that I spent in India, I think I learned a lot. I grew, and then my colleagues also, they learned a lot, which was very good for me. Then after these 2 years, I came back to Japan. I've been sent to the global headquarters again. And then for 4 years, I've been working on global capacity management. My view of the world has been broadened. When I came to APU, I found that there are so many pupils coming from different places. And even though they are different from me, they have good hearts. I start to realize it is not about where you come from. The most important thing is how that person reacts as a human being. It was very easy for me to interact with people which are Japanese or people coming from other countries, because Nissan is a global company. When I was a student, I was really very busy. I was doing too many activities, and it gave me so many energies. When I start working in the company, even though there are so many activities that I do, I never get tired. I never give up. The most important thing is to decide what you want to do. It seems easy questions, but I think it's the most difficult questions. most of the time, we are able to answer that question. We are able to find out what we want to do. But then will come the next question: how to achieve that? So that is where most of us will stop. Please define the step or the activity or the milestone that you will put in place in order to achieve that goal. Then, finally, when you decide that you want to work in Japan, then it is mandatory that you speak Japanese language, because work in any case is about communication between human beings. And as long as you are in Japan here, even if the company is a global company, the people that are working mostly will be Japanese, and you need to speak to them. I was very surprised today because I got a question from a student who said that he heard that in a company in Japan, foreigners don't get promotion. It's very difficult for foreigners to get promotion. That's not true. As far as people are different, but I'm talking based on my own experience. It's not true. If you work and you show the results, of course, you will get the promotions. So if someone has a different proof that he has worked, he has showed the results in a Japanese company, but they didn't give him a promotion, I really would love to listen to that story.